What's up, guys? Derek here. We are back with season 4 of The Expanse. It's finally here. We've been waiting on season 4 for a long time. They've dropped multiple trailers and clips and all that, and it's just gotten people more hyped and more hyped and more hyped. This show's incredible. If you don't know what this show is, one of the best ways I've been able to describe it to people is like, it's kind of like Game of Thrones, but in space. It's like a hard sci-fi show. Like, they really try and make things as realistic as possible, in terms of like how the world works, I guess. But then also there's like some crazy, like fantastical things that are happening. I think the acting is great. I think the direction is great. Everything about this show is flippin' wonderful. It started out on Sci-Fi, and it ran on Sci-Fi for 3 seasons. And then Sci-Fi canceled it, and everyone was like, "What the heck are you guys dumb? Like, this is your best show. What are you doing?" And then, Amazon, Jeff Bezos and Amazon were like, "Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much." Brought it back for the 4th season, which is airing, all dropped right now. And then it already been renewed for a 5th season. I don't know if they're filming that yet, but that's going to be... I have read the books. So I've read all the main books that are out so far. So I know like this season is based off the book Cibola Burn, I'm pretty sure. And it's a doozy. It's a freaking wonderful... You're in for a treat. It's going to be fresh. But there's also a ton of stuff, I guess, in this season from a few of the like short novellas. I haven't read those. So anything that like doesn't take place on this like planet that they're gonna be at, I don't know about. So like pretty much anything that Bobby does, or Avasarala, or Ashford, or Drummer, like I have no idea what's going on in their story in this book. So I only really know what's happening with the crew of the Rocinante. So I'll be going into this, because I haven't read the novellas, I'll be as surprised about those things as a normal viewer. But I'm just excited to see like all the stuff that I've read and listened to just manifest itself visually on screen. That's gonna be so cool, because there's some insane stuff. Oh my gosh, you don't even know. You guys don't even know what you're in for. It's so wonderful. I'm so glad this show's back. And it'll have an increased budget from Amazon. So all the stuff that it'll need it. All the stuff you wanted to see are probably going to happen. And they'll look wonderful. What else? What else do I have to say? Quick recap for those who don't quite remember what happened in the last few seasons. So like at the end of season, I'll start kind of end of season 2. Miller crashed into Venus on the big space, or on the, I think it was Eros, and the proto molecule. They all crashed into Venus, and everyone was like, "What's going on?" And then just like out of nowhere, this thing just rises out of Venus and forms the ring, which everyone was like, "What is this?" And then they go and explore it. There's this like sphere in the middle. It's like an alien gate with a sphere in the middle, and Holden goes in, and he is shown kind of like this vision of just worlds, like whole systems just dying out. And essentially, like, the race, the alien race that made the ring and the ring gates, were wiped out by something. We don't know what it is yet, but they used the proto-molecule as like a tool to make all these things, and this thing was just wiping whole systems out, and the only way they knew to try and stop it was just like burning these systems and shutting them off from everywhere else. And there's a whole big conflict in the slow zone, which is like the area inside the gate. And people are threatening to kill people, and the station is going to kill everybody. And then Holden gets everybody to stand down, and then everyone does stand down, and then ring gates, just 1,300 ring gates, all just open, and the Sol system is presented with 1,300 new systems, many of them with habitable planets to live on, and the future possibilities can go anywhere from there. And so obviously, like, a lot of Belters, people from Ganymede, refugees from Ganymede, a lot of them will just try and like shoot through before there's someone like patrolling to try and monitor that traffic, and because they want to start over, so to speak, and just find a new place to live. And so the citizens of the main planet that's going to be featured here in this season were specifically refugees from the Battle of Ganymede. In the books, one of them is friends with Prax, and in the books he was the father of Coda, the kid that got experimented on. I don't think they're gonna keep that similarity here, but we'll find out. But yeah, that's like the major storyline before this season starts. So I'm so pumped. This is gonna be incredible. Before we jump into it, this is not a substitute for the original episode. Watch this on Amazon. Like, support the frick out of this on Amazon, because I want all the seasons of this show. Like, please don't pirate this. Please, like, even if you do pirate it, pull it up on Amazon Prime and have it in the background just playing, because I need so many views on this. Like, I need Amazon to get so much freaking money from this show that they don't even consider canceling it for a millisecond, because I need to see everything that happens in the story. So please, yeah, not a substitute. If you like this video, leave a like on it, obviously. And if you want to see my reactions for the whole season, which I'm gonna do, but make sure you're subscribed so you can see those, because it'll be worth it, I promise. If you want to see the full length reaction to this episode, support me on Patreon. That would be awesome. That'll be up around the same time as this video, hopefully. But other than that, let's jump right into season 4 of The Expanse. Oh, freaking, I'm pumped. Okay, ring gate, Sol ring. It's massive. Yep. All these ships are they're just trying to get right through. What up, drummer? They made it through. Oh, yeah. That's whatever killed the protomolecule. What up, Miller?
Perfect words for every occasion. You gotta talk about that, right? Next clue to the case.
Yeah, it's not actually Miller. It is the protomolecule
What that rain tastes like.
using Miller's consciousness. Amos, you beautiful boy, pop up out of there. Timothy.
Alba?
Peaches.
I get one big message a month now. I didn't have anyone call.
Okay.
Say coming down the well? Spend the rest of my life in here. Dad,
Yeah, really to the bucket.
I called to say thank you.
For what?
That's heading home.
Yeah, she's in like a
Let me work in the shop with you.
she's in like a super prison.
You're a good mechanic.
Can I bother you guys sometime?
Sure thing, Peaches.
What I want.
I love them.
And the rain blockade. All the kind the planet is.
New Terra?
Phyllis was your brother again, right?
Who gives a fuck? I didn't bring you here to teach me mythology. The planet is practically made of. I want you to go to Elis.
Miller would be pumped.
Are you still talking to Miller?
It's more like he talks to me.
You said there was on the other side of those rain.
Nice of Ava Sorella to clear up our salvage claim. How'd she look? Fine.
No, I mean like.
It's good to be home. Ava Sorella's I opened those gates. So I'm responsible if anything comes through.
We all opened those gates.
Alright. And Illis
Family.
will transfer to the Edward Israel and take their shuttle down to the surface.
They're together.
And you and Alice will stay in orbit.
I'm
and
going to the surface too.
Are you sure?
It's a long trip to Illis. I'll have time to prepare.
Alright, so she's gonna be legit on this planet. Not just like slight visit at first, but she's gonna be there. I'm guessing probably the whole season mostly.
Hey, Bobby.
Nice to see you, Flyboy.
Just passing through the neighborhood. Thought I'd check in live for a change. How you doing?
Getting by?
Oh, yeah?
I saw the news you're heading to the ring. Are you going to New Terra?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
There's quite a molecule down there. Take care of yourself, Flyboy.
You too, Bobby.
Bobby and Alex. I wonder if they'll make them romantic. That'd be interesting.
What faction are you with? Well, for kill your own. For the inners.
I wonder if they're gonna set up some free Navy stuff early. Is that going into her bones?
It's nice to know Martians have to go through this as well.
Yeah, they get the train for years and not cheap.
How am I doing?
Good. Bone density, muscle mass, heart lung capacity, all that.
She wants to be able to interact with these people face to face. that looks brutal.
Fabulous.
That's right.
James Holden, gunship. You're going to get belted off that planet.
We're not going to evict anyone. We're going to make sure it's safe.
Safe.
You hear how many of those refugees died trying to adapt? A lot of them had to go back up to orbit. They were foolish to think they could live there.
It's not foolish to want free air. and
Interesting
free
that
water and a home for their
she's on the opposite side of
We are creatures of space.
the
For
Belters.
generations, they won't even remember what they were.
Everyone should have the right to decide.
Oh,
for
yeah.
themselves.
She doesn't want. She views it as their identity, kind of like they're giving up their identity, living on a planet.
Through the ring. Be on Ellis in a few weeks then, but aren't you? Thanks for the ride. Where are we supposed to wait?
Ooh, first person Miller. What's up, dude? It reaches out. It reaches out. It reaches out.
Wow.
We have enough problems already without you agitating it enough.
Well, they like humiliating us. It's bad enough I have to play cop to protect their holiday.
We have a treaty.
Worth what?
Only because my friend had a boyfriend with an imaginary friend who told us how to power that station down.
And I thought he was a madman. It turns out to be a prophet.
It's possible to be both.
They're friends now. That's good. Hopefully it stays that way. Ashford wasn't in this book, so I don't know what he's going to be doing.
Why'd I let you talk me into this?
Are you kidding? First scientists ever to study a whole new biome. We're making history.
Maybe you will.
Fayez and Elvi Okoye. Ooh. Oh, that girl's gone. Fayez. What? Did they threw or shot something up through the bottom? I couldn't exactly tell what happened. In the book, the landing pad explodes and damages the ship somehow. They landed though, just barely. That Fayez, he's Gucci. He's got a broken arm, maybe. Friggin' Mercury. He's a well-written character, but that dude's a butthole. I like how it's just quiet. It's probably so bright for her. I mean, like, she deals with the brightness of lights all the time, but like going outside, that's gotta be insane. That's beautiful. Yeah, she's still struggling a little bit, but overall I think she's doing much better than she normally would be.
You're not gonna let them take us from our land. It's our
your guns down now. Amos, you two.
Him first.
You've got 2 seconds. For shame, you got 1.
Ooh.
What the fuck is that?
Some bugs, man.
Take cover!
You bet.
Fuck was that?
It's like a throwing star, but a bug. Oh man. That was episode 1. They've made it to the planet. Okay. Dang. All right. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be really exciting. I think there's 10 episodes in this season. So thoughts. I loved every second of it. Part of it is because, like, 1, it was good, but then 2, just like seeing all the things that I had read in the books just coming to life on screen is really exciting. Let's try and break it down separately. All right, so we got Bobby. She's on Mars, kind of living civilian life right now. With the VA. She got a job with the VA, retrofitting ships, it looks like. Not 100% sure. She's kind of doing her thing. She met Martian sailor in the bar. Don't really know who he is yet. I don't think it gave a name, so. But yeah, I don't think she's crazy thrilled to be out of the Navy, because yeah, they stripped her of her pension, kind of forced her to retire. So she's obviously not thrilled about that. Avasarala's trying to maintain some sort of peace and balance and caution about these new places. Yeah, because she still somewhat has the mentality of like the inner planets being in charge of things, like Earth and Mars being in charge of things, which is like, I mean, it's a little bit of a entitled attitude in a position of privilege, but I think in general, knowing what I know, I agree with her. But you know, who knows? Miller's back, as he's still like a construct of Holden's brain via the protomolecule, and he is the investigator, and he reaches out, and he reaches out, and he reaches out. Yeah, he's trying to solve the mystery of what happened, and in order to do that, he has to explore protomolecule stuff, find out why these things died, and he's been trying to get Holden to take him through the gate, and he finally got his wish with this situation, so that's good. Drummer is in charge of Medina Station, which formerly was the Nauvoo and the Behemoth, I believe. Yeah, it essentially being retrofitted to be just like this giant station in the slow zone, kind of maintain traffic and act as like a gas station somewhat. So she's in charge of that. We got, I don't know where specifically Colonel Johnson is. He could be anywhere, but yeah, she's in charge there. And Ashford is also kind of with that. They're hunting down pirates who've been violating the treaty that is between the Belters and the rest of the group, because they got to maintain peace, because otherwise war breaks out and then bad things happen to good people. So yeah, I'll be interested to see kind of what their storyline is and how they go about that, because that wasn't in the books. They weren't featured in this book. In fact, like, Ashford technically is dead in the book. He died last season because he was a bad guy more in the books. They kind of gave the storyline of the security officer Buck to Drummer a little bit, and instead of making Ashford like a full-on not great dude, they kind of give him a little bit of a redemption. He's still struggling a little bit with being under the Inner's boot, so to speak, and being having them be in charge. So it'll be interesting to see how that progresses, because he's hunting down like pirates, like Belter pirates. So obviously, I think as he does that, he's going to be more and more swayed by their argument. He might end up joining the Belters later on, because of a particular individual. Who knows? I wonder if he'll appear. Spoiler alert for the next like 10 seconds. All right, ready? Ready? Are you ready? I wonder if Marco will show up this season at all. That would be pretty cool. All right, spoiler alert over. Okay, that's like all the outside people. Main story, main cast. The crew of the Rocinante, they're being sent to mediate the situation. At first I thought they were going to be different than in the books, because in the books there isn't really a concern in the books about whether it's safe or not for the Belters to be there. Pretty much the only concern is like the Belters are there, they've claimed that planet as their own, and they have all these resources that they want to sell, but the UN gave this company a charter, RCE, they gave them a charter to like sell and mine the stuff there. So they believe, like, both sides of this coin believe that they have the right to the planet and to sell its resources. Like, I don't think the company necessarily minded that they were there, but it was the fact that they're trying to sell their resources, that they're like, hey, these are ours, you can't do that. Which is, it's a little like, it's a complicated situation of like can you give this planet to a company if there are people already here? Not really, but yeah, I think Avasarala is kind of using Holden a little bit to be like if, yeah, she kind of gives him a little bit of the excuse of like, you need to check out if it's safe, check out the protomolecule. That's not really why they go in the books. They just go to mediate the situation. And like, of course there are protomolecule stuff that's deactivated and long dead. But yeah, we met Fayez and Okoye. They were the two on the ship that were talking to each other. They're big characters coming up. And then Murtry. I hate that guy. He's a well-written character, but he sucks. And then Carol Owiwi or whatever. I forgot her last name. She's in the book. She's a little more minor than him, but she still features somewhat in this season. Yeah, I'm more on the side of the Belters in this situation. Even if I hadn't read the book and know what's gonna happen, like I'd still be on their side. I think, I don't necessarily agree with their decision to run the ring gate and just kind of shoot through, but I think once they're there, you kind of have to let them just live there. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm so glad this is back. I'm going to try and get these episodes out as fast as I can. And ideally it won't take a long time. I mean, I have this and then The Mandalorian and My Hero Academia. The Witcher starts in a week, so that's like 4 shows at once, although The Mandalorian only has 3 episodes left, so that'll come off fairly quickly. Yeah, Mandalorian has an episode today and Wednesday, I believe. But yeah. I'm pumped. I think episode 2 will probably be some tense negotiations. Yeah, it's been like a year at least since I read this book, so I'm not 100% sure exactly the details on what happens, but I know the major beats. I'll try not to spoil anything. If I am being too spoilery, let me know, because I mean, I guess it doesn't matter really if I'm being a little bit spoilery for like the current episode. But if I'm accidentally spoiling things that are like gonna happen later in the season, like, let me know. I don't wanna ruin things for people that haven't read the books and are just seeing the show. But yeah, I don't know. Those are all my thoughts on this episode. So if you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video. If you want to see the rest of the season's reactions, make sure you're subscribed. I can't talk right now. I don't know why. If you want to see the full length episode, head down to Patreon. And I'm going to also try and get a lot of these episodes done quick so that I can upload them for early access on Patreon as well. So look out for those. But other than that, I've been Derek. This is The Expanse. I'll catch you next time. Peace.